So, Gabor, tell us who you are and tell me a bit about yourself.
Hello, hi. My name is Gabor. Currently, I live in Hungary. I trading and investing since 2006. I hold an economics degree and my master's is in technology management and innovation. You can probably tell by that I have a lot of fintech stocks in my portfolio and also tech companies and probably crypto. I have always worked for technology companies, and so far I lived on 4 continents and 5 countries, and soon to be 6. Fun fact, I mined my first Bitcoin in 2014.
Was that your very first investment?
No, that wasn't.
What was your first investment? Do you remember?
Yeah, of course. I think I started working 2006, and I purchased the stock of a Hungarian bank, former national bank. A colleague showed me how to do day trading. It was quite new back at the time, so it was incredibly stressful to put my hard-earned money on the line and like, oh, I bought something which may go up or may go down.
And can you remember how much you made in your first investments or how much you lost, even?
I don't remember. Probably the first trade was profitable
Is that what got you
a
hooked?
bit. I don't know, 10 quid or not a lot. And eventually, within a year, probably I lost all my money, but
So, if you
that's
could,
part of the learning.
it is. And if you could go back in time and give yourself some tips to follow from your very first investments, what would they be now, do you think?
Um, I think I would try to find a few mentors with actual trading experience
Like
and
popular
ask
investors,
them. So again,
like popular investors like us.
like a popular investor, yes. Or yeah, exactly. So yeah, I as the newbie, you definitely need coaching and be pointed to the right materials, and you need the willingness to learn. So yeah, basically, I had to learn from my very own expensive mistakes, and after a while, you get conscious enough to put in time for learning, but first you lose a bit.
And why did you choose eToro to invest on over all the other platforms that are available?
I'm not sure. I registered on eToro about 10 years ago, 2013. I was living in London back at the time. It seemed like a convenient place to do trading. I really liked the UX, and I was basically using it as a playground to try crazy strategies I make up on in my living room. In search of the Holy Grail. And obviously, I'm not that smart, so I'm still not a billionaire. But here we are, 10 years later. I'm still on eToro, and I was recently selected for the Popular Investor Program and taking it as serious as possible. Like in 2013, I made about 55%. I was just looking at my stats earlier before this call. And actually managing other people's money, it truly adds a sense of responsibility. Like you think twice before making an investment.
Well, I have seen a lot of people who are fantastic before they're a popular investor and then quickly crumble under the pressure.
It does make you more cautious. I can attest to that, yes, but I enjoy that. I think it's empowering as well.
I enjoy it. But I do take it much more seriously, knowing that other people's money is at stake as well as my own. I don't mind too
Yeah.
much if it's just my own. It's my own. It's my own responsibility. But when you're in control of other people's money, then it does make you think a lot more strategically. So, how do you handle the emotional aspects of investing both for yourself and for other people?
Well, since I've been investing for quite a long time, it's okay now, but obviously I had my ups and downs. So it's something you learn over time, or just get used to the pressure. So it was stressful in the very beginning, as I mentioned probably. Um, it definitely me like for me it definitely helped to lose some money, and feel the pain, how much it hurts to lose an amount which is really big at the time. So I'd like to avoid that situation, avoid that feeling. So that motivates me to do better. And obviously, like those amounts seem tiny right now, looking back, but back then it was a significant portion of my wealth, so it really hurt.
That seems to be what everybody says, that we learn through our hard lessons, and what was a lot of money to us maybe 5 or 10 years ago generally isn't now. We've built our portfolios up. What are your long-term goals on eToro?
Well, I mean, as any ambitious man would say, earn that black star as a popular investor. So go for the top, and after the Popular Investor Conference in Abu Dhabi, I firmly believe it is possible, achievable. If you beat the market consistently, hopefully people will see your stats and will put some more money towards you.
So you're aiming for $10 million of assets under management then?
In the first year, maybe.
See, I'm more conservative. I'm aiming for 5 million maybe. That's what I'm aiming for. But I
Still
don't.
ambitious.
Yeah, I think Blackstar might be slightly out of reach, but we'll see. You never know, do you? And
Yeah.
what is your outlook for the markets in 2024?
Outlook for the money for 2024. I could probably get away with a political answer, maybe this, maybe that, but I really like to make actual predictions. So like hold me accountable and let's check back
Well,
next year.
this is why I don't actually. I try to avoid making predictions as much as possible, because I think you can only get beaten by a stick with it, can't you? But I'm trying to pin popular investors down with at least some form of prediction anyway. It doesn't have to be anything specific, but
I would be brave and go for something very specific, like worst case scenario, I fail miserably. Let's see. We have to talk about AI. I think as the industry matures, there will be actual consumer products, and companies will make AI more tangible for the masses. Some sort of product, everyday product built on AI.
could be
Um,
sectors or industries, or it could just be a prediction for your overall guess for, let's say, the S&P 500 gains, or
there will be one, yeah.
you believe in a gain next year.
Well, next year is a US election year.
Yeah.
So looking back to the past, the S&P 500 went up. Actually, I looked it up, more than 80% of the election years. And we currently, with rate cuts factored in, it seems unlikely that we will see a bearish year. I would even say double-digit S&P growth.
I would be, yeah, I would probably agree with that just about. Yeah, I think we'll see double-digit S&P 500 gains, I think.
May not be extraordinary, so may not be above 20%, but
No.
around 15 sounds plausible to me.
Yeah, I was going to go for maybe a 10 to 15% gain in the S&P 500. I do think it'll be a slow start to the year off of the back of the great end of this year and a bit of uncertainty leading into the middle of the year pre-election. And then usually the markets really rally after the election, don't they?
Interesting. That's like a longer discussion, but I read articles about this, and it feels important who the president is, but market data shows that it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I've read
From an economic perspective, it definitely is important on a policy level.
I look at seasonality and historical returns and historical events, and yeah, there doesn't seem to be much difference actually between the Republicans and Democrats who's in office as to the market gains. And actually, I think last time I looked, I think Democrats were actually on average better for the markets, which was surprising. But I am hoping a Republican victory for that. I think will be better for the markets this time around, I think.
The SEC will close its lawsuit against Ripple,
Okay.
opening the way to Ripple's IPO and the broader crypto rally. Because I think that lawsuit is super important for all cryptos, actually. Because if XRP is not a security, then none of the cryptos are securities, and that clears the legal space for it. Yes, ETFs certainly help, but still, we are not sure whether it's a security or not.
So thanks for coming on, Gabor. It's been great talking to you, and hopefully I'll speak to you again in the new year.
It's my pleasure. Talk to you next year.